Hello, Jamar Shad here. ValorLives interview series episode number 102.
Woo!
Today I am with Renee Myers, one of the owners of the Golden Rose Cakery. Say hello.
It's me. Hi.
She has been in business for 10 years. She has been in Frederick for 25 years. She is a mother, a wife, and a grandparent.
Woo!
How many grandbabies do you have?
2 by birth, 1 by love.
What do they call you?
Mima.
Meemaw.
They call me Mima.
Okay. Meemaw or
Mima.
Meemaw. Okay.
It's mommy backwards.
Gotcha. Did you pick that out or did they pick it out?
I picked it out because my husband, I had to hear somebody call my husband Peepaw.
Okay.
So I am Mima, he's Peepaw.
Okay.
I thought that was hilarious.
Cool. So, ValorLives interview series, like I said, episode 102. Why do I do what I do? Number one, because there's successful people who deserve to have their stories told. Number two, there's people out there who need to hear successful stories so they can be inspired. And number three, to let you know you can go out there without a bunch of fancy equipment and make an impact on your community. So just like always, each interview is going to be right around that 10-minute mark, raw and uncut. All right, so you're a baker.
I am.
Why did you want to be a baker? How did you get into baking? Like, tell me.
I come from a long line of amazing bakers and exceptional cooks.
Okay.
And it is just something that it was always a way that love was shown in my family was by cooking and feeding folks and feeding family. So my mom was always an amazing cook. She didn't want anybody in her kitchen underfoot though.
Okay.
So I would watch her in the kitchen and I would take little notes that looked like about a cup or whatever she was doing.
Yeah.
And then when I got my own place, I started experimenting and trying to recreate those recipes. And so one of the things that I love the most is having people I love or people that I, my community and my friends enjoy the things that I love.
Okay, fair enough. And then, do you have any family like secret recipes, or not secret recipes? Secret dishes that you won't tell people what's in it or something?
I do not believe in keeping secrets to my grave. I share my recipes to a point.
Okay.
I share my recipes to a point, especially with my family, for the reason being that I don't want the day I leave this earth to be the last time they enjoy something that they love from me.
Okay, very cool. And then what was your proudest moment of 2023?
Being nominated for Frederick News Post Best of the Best for the consecutively every year since 2017, we have been nominated for Best of the Best. We made the top 5 best cupcake in Frederick.
Okay, that's right. What was your lowest moment of 2023 and how did you overcome it?
That had to be when I had a devastating back spasm that put me down for at least a month. It was like a month and a half. That was the most helpless I have felt in a long time. It was very humbling, and it was a great reminder that your health situation can change in a blink of an eye. So the way I overcame it was to trust the process. I had to allow myself time to heal. I had to be patient in that process, and I had to take that time to reflect on the things I could do to try to avoid being in that situation again. Because I didn't do anything to make it happen. It's just something that I'm predisposed to because of an old injury. But it was just something that it was almost like God was saying, full stop, take a minute, reflect, and then get back in there.
Gotcha. Okay. And then where do you want to be a year from now?
A year from now, we have been scrimping and saving for a cupcake wagon. We want to have a mobile cupcake trailer or truck so we can come to your neighborhood, roll up and bring the yum, and then close the windows and drive away.
Okay. A cupcake wagon.
Yeah, we're going to call it the cupcake wagon.
We'll be looking out for you running people off the roads and everything. Do you have a morning routine, something you do every morning to get your day started successfully?
I do. Every morning I wake up with a gratitude prayer.
Okay.
I pray. I thank God for the new day. I thank Him for health and vitality, and I ask Him to help me to live the day the way He would have me live it.
Amen. And then do you have, kind of in that same vein, anything that you do on a daily basis that if you do not do it, your day does not feel successful? Like, so for some people it's yoga, Pilates, or they take their vitamins or whatever.
Well, taking the vitamins is one of the things that I do every day. The other thing that I do every day is I go in the mirror and all of my muchness, all the things that I love and all the things I'd like to change, I look in that mirror and I say, "You're beautiful, Renee. Go have a good day."
And that rhymes.
It sure does.
You got bars. You got bars.
I do. I definitely do, because especially being a person of color in the entrepreneurial arena, you are not always going to be in an environment where you are appreciated or celebrated or, you know, encouraged.
Yeah.
And so I firmly believe that nobody else cheers for you, nobody else loves you, nobody else encourages you, you should do it for yourself.
Amen. And then do you have a go-to app, like for productivity or just whatever?
You know, people are going to call me an old head for this, but it's Facebook, actually.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time on there. There's a lot of lead generation on there. I do a lot of advertising on there. Facebook and Instagram, those are my two.
Okay. And that's probably how people can get a hold of you the easiest, correct?
Yes, the fastest, most efficient way to get in touch with me is to message me on Facebook or Instagram, because I'm always there. Okay.
Do you also have a website, or?
I do. I have a website, and I also have well, it used to be Twitter, now it's X. I have a feed for that as well.
Okay. And I'll put all your links in the description below, so click on those links. And then what advice would you give to your 25-year-old self?
Oh, please love yourself more.
Okay.
I used to stress out about things. I didn't feel like I was worthy of love if I didn't achieve this, or I didn't feel like I was, you know, achieving anything unless I did that. And I had to come to the point where I realized, if I never do another thing in my life, I'm still worthy of love.
Amen. Okay. And then, so for the business,
yes.
you run it with your husband?
Yes.
And your brother?
I do.
How do you guys create team culture so you guys are not running to rip each other's hair out?
Well, yeah, because it is very challenging when you live together 24/7 and you also work together. One of the things that helps us create a team culture is to remember to speak to each other and treat each other with the same respect and kindness and professionalism that we were if we were not related. Because, you know, it's so easy to fall into these unhealthy ways of speaking to each other and treating each other because of the familiarity. But, you know, if you forget for 1 minute that this is somebody that you love, you risk saying something that can't be unsaid or doing something that can't be undone. So, and I'm not going to say that we get it perfect all the time, but when we do mess up, we apologize, we own it, we apologize for it, we talk it out, and then we move forward.
I like that. And then do you have any dream places to travel?
Oh my gosh, my dream vacation is Maui.
Okay.
I have been wanting to go all my life, and when I get there, y'all might have to pull me back.
Okay. Speaking of travel, where was the last place you traveled to?
Well, we've been keeping it pretty close to home. So the last place we traveled was Mannheim, Pennsylvania. We went there for the Pennsylvania Renaissance Festival. We are big Rennies.
Okay.
Big Rennies. I am also a costumer and a seamstress.
Okay.
So we go in full regalia. I only need that much of an excuse to get in a costume. Y'all know that. And so we have everything from Elizabethan court gowns and courtier attire all the way down to peasants and pirates and street people.
That sounds like a lot.
It is a lot. And I love it. And my husband has grown to love it.
Okay, there you go. And then I'm sure you have a bunch of mentors along this journey. Who was the mentor that you spoke to most recently?
The mentor that I spoke to most recently? That's a good one. Because the mentors it's more like inspirational people for me. Because I don't have anybody like that I talk to. Well, I'll have to say Shelly. My friend Shelly, she had a business called Rebel's Kitchen.
Okay.
And I do get a lot of guidance from her. She's the most recent one that I've spoken to. But Leah Chase, Julia Child, Tiffany Berry, some of these chefs, Eric Adipon, that I see them doing the things that they love and achieving success. And I read their biographies. I watch what they do. Those are some of the people that inspire me, especially Leah Chase and Julia Child.
Okay, fair enough. And then last question is, what is your key to staying humble?
not taking myself too seriously. I'm telling you, there are some people who are just, you could find more cheer in a graveyard.
Okay.
The way they look at themselves and they're working, they're just so serious all the time. Me, healthy dose, not taking myself too seriously and laugh every day.
Okay. And speaking of laugh, you got one of those. So
I have had people recognize me from elementary school. They haven't seen me in decades. They recognize this.
I 100% believe that. So I do appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with us on episode 102. Go out there, show some valor.
Show some valor.
No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Bye.
Everybody.
That's it.
All right.
That is it.
I love it.
So thank you so much.
How'd I do?
You did good.